happened there? I got interrupted. What's good? What's good, fam lamb? Sun shining, even though it's cold, fam. Yeah, let me do that. It's a little bit better. Nope. What's good, fam? It's been a cool week. Peace, ex-Muslim and proud. It's that time of week again. Sarah's opinion. We live, baby, as Titans just said. Yeah, it's that time of the week again for Sarah's opinion desk. Oh, Adoink's in the building. Good, good, good. Okay, okay. Bring some fire, says Furak Abdul Rahman. Okay, I'm going to try. You know, fire's in my eye. Ra's in my eye right about now. But yeah, fam. We had Kiss Spencer's in the building. Good, good, good. The family's starting to come on in. Come on in, family. Take a seat. Take a seat. Sit down. Have a drink. You know. Anyone got any food up in here? You know, let's. Anyone got dominoes? What we got? We're playing blackjack. What's going on? Family, come on in, man. Come on in. Hotep, Imhotep BC. Billionaire gang, Milan Roby. You know, that's how we say it, you know. You're eating pizza, Lucy David. Good, good. Victor, 67001 Love. Honey Pharaoh's in the building. Beefy's here, Gang gang. Like the show. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Who else? Come on, family. Come on in, man. Take a seat. Everyone grab a drink. COE, thoughts on COE. Oh, Paul Moses is already in. Thoughts of COE and Ali Dawa. Good. Get your questions coming in. Kunt Bay. Yo. Kulit Singh. What's his name? Kuljit. Oh. Family. Come on. Come on, Sarah. Seriously. Can't even work my own phone. Here we go. Grab a drink. Yeah, grab a drink, man. Come on. Everyone get some food. Introduce yourselves to the fam. Introduce yourselves to one another. You know, introduce yourselves. Let's not be strangers around these parts, you know. Up in here. At some point, we got to do that, though, for real. So we'll just grab a drink, go out, have a good time, meet up somewhere. But yeah, I want to talk about something I just saw, literally. You know, we'll be here for a while, so we can touch on some other topics. But I just saw a video on this woman called Jo Marnie, and I never heard of this woman called Jo Marnie before. Abdul A, how you doing? Sarah, Jedi, bro, and Ty, legends in the making. Thank you, Victor. Yeah, this woman called Jo Marnie. Apparently, she's the girlfriend of the UKIP, the ex-UKIP, what's his name? Head of UKIP, basically. Red Pill, what's good? Red Pill in the building. Yeah, so UKIP is like, you know, if anyone is from America, they don't know what UKIP is. UKIP is like a political party over here, and yeah, it's just basically like either you're conservatives or you're Labour, or what you guys would have Republicans and, you know, Democrats and all that. But her girlfriend, well, his girlfriend, the party leader, or the ex-party leader's girlfriend, is on the This Morning show, right? And she's been caught with some racist texts. And I'm telling you, it's one of the most funny interviews I have ever seen in my life. You know when white people get caught being racist and they deny being racist? Oh my gosh, it's crazy. She said, yeah, that's what she said, Red Pill. She said, oh, in regards to Prince Harry's girlfriend, the mixed race girl, I forget her name, Merkel something. Forgive me, I don't know her name. But she said she would never have sex with a Negro. Were her own words, you know. I would never have sex with a Negro. And the thing is, right, that would have been okay. You know, that would have been okay. If she said I wouldn't have sex with the black person. Meghan Markle, see it there? That's the one. Yeah, my name is relevant. Thank you. That's her name. Daniel Patterson Scott, what's good, brother? What's good, bro? Yeah, so it would have been okay if she said I just wouldn't have sex with a black person, because everyone's entitled to preference. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say it's racist if you tell me that you're not going to have sex with, someone from Japan. That's fine. You know what I mean? I would not get offended by that. But she used the word Negro. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, you just bordered on the racism line there, love. Do you know what I mean? It's like me saying, oh, I wouldn't have sex with an Indian woman. But if I said, no, I wouldn't have sex with a Paki, people are going to be like, hey, that's racist. You know what I'm saying? But the whole interview was, and she said in the interview, oh, these aren't my thoughts and opinions. I'm sorry. Excuse me? These weren't your thoughts and opinions. They're your words. And I'm telling you, Philip and Holly are so like prim and proper with it on the This Morning show, if anybody knows. But they were grilling this woman, boy. This woman was getting grilled to the point where Holly said to her, are you a private racist? Are you a private racist? The woman looked in her face and said, no, I'm not. And I'm like, what? Like, seriously, you've been caught out. Do you know what I'm saying? You might as well own the shit. You might as well just own it. Say, yeah, this is me. You know what I'm saying? Like, behind closed doors, I say some real racist shit. So she also said something about the Grenfell Tower being a nest for illegal immigrants. A nest, for illegal immigrants. So yeah, I think you guys should go check that interview out, man. If you want to catch some joke on that interview, man. Seriously. Sorry, but it made me laugh. I watched it. It was like 7 minutes. I watched it and I was laughing. The woman was uncomfortable. I'm just like, just own the shit. Like, okay, me, I say a lot of shit, right? I say a lot of shit, but no one can use my words against me, because I mean everything that I say. So if I get on TV and someone said, oh, it's Sarah in 2013, you said X, Y, and Z, I'll just be like, if I said it, I meant it. Yeah, Daniel, the interview, right, is Jo Marnie, right? She's the girlfriend of the ex-UKIP leader, Jo Marnie, JoMarney, and she's on the This Morning show with Philip and Holly. Go watch that interview after this, obviously. Don't jump out the live. Do you know what I'm saying? But watch that. Watch that. Seriously, it's a joke interview, guys. It really is. Family 9 likes, 38 people watching. Get those likes up. Get those likes up. She's not smart, Honey Farah. No, she really isn't. Yeah, Red Pill, she trolls on Twitter. Yeah, well, according to what I saw, she was saying, oh, we say a lot of stuff on social media. Hang on, as a white man, is there anything in your opinion I can do to fight years of oppression that my race has caused a black race? Ooh, I was thinking about marrying a black girl. What do you think? What's his name? Ariel Helby. Are you real, bro? Do you know what I mean? Or are you trolling now? Do you know what I mean? Because trolls like to follow me for some reason. They do like to follow me. As a matter of fact, family, that's just off point. There's one particular troll, yeah? There's one particular troll that follows me on Instagram. Continuously, he will delete his account, right? And then he'll make another one and inbox me. And me just like, oh, what's this in my inbox? And he will actually send me movies of him having sex with someone. Himself, And then say, oh, I thought you might like it. I like your bald head. Oh, all this kind of shit. I'm just like, these motherfuckers are weirdos. You got some real motherfucking weirdos out there, guys. I'm telling you. And then I'll cuss him out and some shit and then block him, right? And then he'll come back on some new, some new account. And I'm like, bro, who's this in my inbox? And another fucking crazy video. And I'm like, oh my God, like, seriously. Like, mate, I'm telling you, these people are crazy. Some real fucking weirdos out there. Yeah, so let's get into the questions, fam. Let's get into the questions. The first question, from Common Sense, what's going on, Common Sense? What did your family say when you decided to leave Christianity and follow your own path? Okay, that's a good question. My family were not happy about it. Let's just say that. My cousin, who was like really quite prominent in the church, started inviting me to Christian men's meetings, you know, to kind of talk it out with the guys, you know, and try and see, you know, how it went down and try and get me back in the fold and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, cuz, listen, I love you. So there's no love lost between my cousins. And we, in my family, you know, it doesn't matter. Really and truly, in my family, it don't really matter what religion you are. However, majority of my family are Seventh-day Adventist Christian. So, you know, it was dicey because I got into it with my pastor one time, or the family pastor. And that was a dicey incident. Like, me and pastor definitely disagreed on some shit. And then people were like, you can't speak to pastor like that. I'm like, motherfucker's talking shit. Though, like, he's talking shit. Like, and you guys just know he's talking shit. But yeah, it was an interesting time. It was an interesting time. Next question. Let me scroll down. There was another question here that I saw. Someone remind me of the question. Post it again. Yeah, let me see. I'm scrolling through, fam. I'm scrolling through. Apparently she didn't. Anyway, I can't find it. Someone posted me another question. Thoughts on the vegan ITIL lifestyle? Okay, I think it's. Listen, my name is irrelevant. I have absolutely no problem with the ITIL or vegan lifestyle, none whatsoever. As long as the fruits and the vegetables that you're eating are organic and they're doing you good. Because what I kind of find is, if they're not trying to get you one way, they're trying to get you another way. Do you know what I'm saying? Yaga yo, all that. Because it's like they know people are trying to get healthy now, so they'll try put, you know, shit in the vegetables. Do you know what I'm saying? To fuck you up. Or they try, because I remember seeing one video where, you know, the green apples, they were putting dye on the apples to make them even greener. And I'm like, people trying to eat healthy, you're putting like dye and shit in the apples. Like, what the fuck? And I see some shit on rice where people are making rice out of plastic and all this kind of stuff. And I'm just like, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like if they don't get you one way, they're gonna try and get you another. Do you know what I mean? Even when you're trying to walk the safe, healthy path or the righteous path, people are always trying to get you. So, yeah. There you go. Red Pill said. Sorry, we'll get back to that. Actually, Red Pill. Yeah. So they're trying to take you off that path, man. But yeah, ITIL is vital, as they say. ITIL is vital. Right, so yeah, I'm all about the vegan lifestyle, even though I do eat meat. Somebody said, Red Pill said, funny how no one made fun of Black Panther for talking about their ancestors, but when you said it, you got ridiculed for it. Listen, sometimes it's a gift and a curse, you know. Sometimes it's a gift and a curse, because sometimes I feel like I'm from the future or some shit. You know, I say stuff and people like catch up to it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've been fucking telling you motherfuckers for like 2-3 years about this ancestor shit. So yeah, Black Panther was all about the ancestors, and I went to see it, and you know, fantastic movie, you know. And like I said on my social medias, there was no Christianity, Islam, or Judaism in Wakanda. Okay, none. And black people did just fine. And even in the movie when she says, oh, colonizer, calls the man a colonizer, which was actually quite funny to me, right? She calls the man a colonizer, and I'm like, you see? With the colonization, it's like people want to be African, but they don't want to be African nowadays. You know what I'm saying? So it's like everyone's going to Wakanda today, and then run straight back to worshiping white Jesus this Sunday. Do you know what I'm saying? Or go straight back to the masjid and worship the Arab Muhammad. Do you know what I'm saying? Or the white Arab Muhammad, according to their narrative. And I'm just like, listen, man, you're either African or you're not African. Like, stop this halfway African business. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be, oh yeah, I'm proud of being an African, and then I walk into your house and there's a picture of a white Jesus on the wall and you're telling me that's God. Like, do you understand what it must do to the psyche of the children growing up to see a white man as God? Come on, man, that's some craziness. Seriously, man, that is some craziness, man. White people, see, you're black and you're going to see white people as God. whoa, man. In Wakanda, we didn't have that. I talk about Wakanda like it's a real place. But in Wakanda, we didn't have that shit. You know? Wakandans were Wakandans. It's all about the ancestors. You know what I'm saying? Peace to P.O. from Hamburg. Peace to P.O. Right. Another question, fam. I saw discussion speakers calling and say, always what's on my mind. Greetings from Holland. Hey, what's your name? Safi G. If I listen, I'm gonna bastard people's names, but you know, I apologize. But thank you very much from Holland. Thank you very much. Mac Tip, how you doing? Black Fist Up family. Wakanda forever says my name is irrelevant. Rectify that oppression on an individual level. If not, is there anything you could suggest? I don't know if you're trolling or you know. On the real, are you watching your back for a tashless beard rolling up on you? Killmonger represents all of the radical black folks. Do you know? A lot of people are resonating with this Killmonger though, and I think that a lot of diasporic Africans are resonating with Killmonger because he resonates with a lot of their anger and a lot of their frustrations that they kind of feel towards Africans on the continent. Do you know what I'm saying? And so I get why people are resonating with Killmonger. I actually understand why they are. Do you get what I'm saying? Like I understand why they are trying to, or why they resonate with Killmonger. Because Killmonger was left, you know, and you know, no one came to see him. Do you know what I'm saying? No one came to check on him. Do you know what I'm saying? So, and also, it's so funny to think about that. Yesterday I was reading something and I actually saw a video, as a matter of fact, from somebody on Facebook, and they were talking about Wakanda. And they were like, oh, remember that Africans sold Africans into slavery. And you know what? I really want to put this myth to bed. Like, I really want to put it to bed, family. I really do want to put it to bed because slavery went on for like 400 years. Yeah, it went on for 400 years. And not one time in that 400 years was slavery ever orchestrated, maintained, or organized by African people. Not one time was European slavery ever maintained, organized, and pushed forward by African people. Not once. Now, the Europeans may have got certain Africans to help them, right, during that time, and I will not deny that. But they act like it's the reason for slavery. You know, black people say this shit, and I'm like, are you telling me you think black people are the reason you went into slavery? The reason, like Europeans, like, you know, like black people on the west coast of Africa put in a phone call to France and Britain and were like, yo, guys, got some fucking slaves, guys, got some other guys from the tribes that we've been warring. What are you saying? Good price? You know, we got from a good price, come down. And then the Europeans rolled up on their ships like, yo, how much you got for me, bro? How much you got? And they're like, yeah, well, you see this guy, we got this girl. Nothing went like that. You know, like, people have got some real weird, I don't know, like, they got some real weird things going on in their head. And I'm like, who told you this shit? Like, who told you that Africans were the reason for Africans being sold into slavery? Because before Europeans came, it was the Muslim Arab, right, who is the one who put you into slavery. So the Muslim Arab slavery gave way now for the European slavery to happen, you know? So it weren't no Africans' fault that you're in slavery. And when you say, oh, Africans, like you're not one of them. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, they sold us. What do you mean they? You're one of them. What do you mean they? Who's they? You mean you? You mean you're the reason why you're in slavery? No, no other people that have gone through a quote-unquote Holocaust get blamed for their own Holocaust. Now it's documented that there were at least 150,000 Jewish soldiers in Hitler's army. 150,000 Jewish soldiers in Hitler's army. Jews do not go around saying, you know what, these Jews sold us to Hitler, you know. That's the reason for the Holocaust. No, they would never say that. They know that Hitler had a plan, yeah, and he was going to work his plan, and his plan was going to get worked regardless of who he used or who he didn't use and all that kind of stuff. Same thing with Britain and China and Hong Kong. The Chinese helped Britain invade that part of the world. Now the Chinese don't go around saying, damn Chinese sold us out. They're the reason why we got fucked by the British. No, Why are you going to blame your own people for your own Holocaust when people actually plotted, schemed, planned, and maneuvered to do that stuff? Not your people, though. Come on, man. There was no slave market on the west coast of Africa where African kings were like, yo, Britain, come on, we got two for 200. You know, we got four for free. Buy 5 and you get a discount on 2. Do you know what I mean? Like, Africans weren't doing that. That happened when when it got to European shores, when you got to America, when you got to the Caribbean or something like that. Come on, man. This whole Africans sold Africans into slavery shit has got to stop, man. And even if there were some, which they were, they're not the reason for 400 years of enslavement. And I've said to people, where's your moral compass? People say, but they sold us to the European. Let me tell you something. If I got a baby for sale, and I say, yo, bro, I got a baby, and you say, yeah, let me take that baby, you're fucked. There's something going on in your head. So even though it wasn't, if an African came up to you with a naked baby for sale and you bought that baby, then there's something wrong with your head. If the Africans like that and they want to sell babies, leave them to sell babies to the people who have got really skewed moral compasses. You're telling me, oh, well, you know what? They were selling them, so we had to buy them. Like, no, you never. You didn't have to buy them if they were selling them. You could have said, no, that's immorally, that is morally wrong and it's immoral, and no, don't do that. But you're like, well, seeing as you're selling them, bro. Really? Come on, family. Seriously. Another question, fam. Where you at? You lot don't fighting. You lot fighting in the chat section. Do you think Wakanda is subliminally Rwanda? I asked because Rwanda was the 3rd richest of. Listen, Milan Roby. Yeah. There's so many different ways you can look at it, and I wouldn't say no. Do you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say no, it doesn't have anything to do with Rwanda, because to make that story, you would have had to drawn from a lot of different places on the African continent to actually make that story up. So, yeah, it could be from Rwanda, bro. Where do you see the UK, Kunt Bay said, where do you see the UK in 20 years in terms of free speech? COE taken down because of Tan criticizing Islam. Listen, bro, there's only one group of people that I can see. Yeah, and people can correct me if I'm wrong, and I don't mind being wrong. There's only one group of people currently on the globe that want to quell free speech against their own thing, and that would be, for me, the Salafi Wahhabi Muslim movement. Do you get me? So take that how you will. And I've said to people, sometimes you can sleepwalk into a madness and wonder how you got there. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm just telling people, don't sleepwalk into a madness. Do you get what I'm saying? Don't let people stop your free speech. Don't let that happen. No more Black Panther talk. Keep talking real world events. Africa unite. Yep. Why are Muslims allowed to pray at the park? I'm guessing you're talking about Hyde Park. Bro, I don't know, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, don't sleepwalk into madness. Like, people like to say stay woke. I don't even like to use that term, but yeah, like, just peep game. Do you know what I mean? Like, see what the fuck's going down. Like, don't be stupid. Watch what's happening. Watch what is happening. Yeah? And then people say, oh, but you're a conspiracy, you're paranoid. Listen, I'm watching what's happening. Just watch what's happening. Do you get what I'm saying? Red Pill said, do you think white supremacists are smarter than us? They have caused a lot of division and indoctrination, have been very successful at it. I spoke about evil genius in one of my videos, Red Pill. Yeah. And I don't think they're smarter than us. I don't. I think white supremacy is a very devious system. I think it's a very evil and genius system. And I use the word genius and evil in the same sentence because you have to understand what it took to do that. Like, you got to really think about that. You can read things like the Willie Lynch letter, right? And see how much genius it took. You know what I'm saying? Whether or not they argue whether or not the Willie Lynch letter is true. But just look at what it is, and is it alive and well today? Is what happened in the Willie Lynch letter alive and well today? And I think it is. So yeah, I don't think they're smarter than us. I just think people use their geniuses for the most weird things, you know? Like, some people say, all right, I'm going to use my genius to build a pyramid, right? Some people say, I'm going to use my genius to build an atom bomb and kill 50,000 people at one time. They're both geniuses, but one used their genius for some real evil shit, and one used it for, I don't know, some spiritual stuff or something. So you really got to watch the way people use their genius, because you've got geniuses in every race, but what are you using it for? They have the entire world following them. They're smart. That's what I'm saying. It's a genius idea, and especially black people. They got us following their gods and their all kinds of stuff. Someone says, Leon, what evidence could possibly be shown to make you doubt your belief in connection with your ancestors? Nothing. So it's a personal experience, Leon. There's nothing that can make me doubt it, because it's a personal experience. It's like me saying, it's like there are people saying, you know what? There was one time when I was in a house and I swear I saw a ghost. Now I'll be like, you never saw no goddamn ghost. But you'll be like, bro, I know what I saw. That was my experience. Now, what can I do to doubt that? What can I do to make you doubt that? It's your experience. And I'm not trying to take that experience away from you. Just like I'm not trying to take anybody's experience away from them if they tell you it's a belief. They say, well, I believe I saw it. All right, cool. You believe you saw it. I believe I communicated with my ancestors. That's my belief. Ain't hurting no one. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's a fact, but I am telling you that's my belief system. Someone says, Gart Kush 25, Sarah, in the last video of your analogy with the car salesman, Muslims would say the manual car. Muslims say the car manual says the car is supposed to make a noise in fourth gear. So what do you say to that? Well, then I would say you would have to use your own judgment. Because, if you look at cars around the world, but this particular car makes that noise in fourth gear, then you can try and judge it based off the other cars. That's what I say to that. S. Matthias said, do you perform some ritual to get your experience? Yeah, I meditate. That's what I do. How can Kemet philosophy fix the issues of today? It's not supposed to. My name is relevant. It's not supposed to fix the issues of today. That's not what it's made for. The philosophies that people build for, or people come up with philosophies based on their own personal environment and the things that they're going through in their environment. They're not looking at it as a world problem, or not trying to fix the world. I think that's where people get very Eurocentric, and in their systems they think that because they've been built up to believe that everything is of the whole world and the world is one, and the world isn't one. The one thing that is consistent is that we're all human beings, but the world isn't one, because the people in China do something different. The people in India do something different from the Chinese. The people in Samoa do something different from them. And the people in Europe do something different from the African. The African does something different from the person in. But we all are all human beings, right? So it's not about, oh, the world's one and we all act a certain way and it's all. I'm not trying to fix your problem. If you have a way to fix yours, but when you come to meet me, don't fuck with my shit and I won't fuck with yours. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's basically the way I see it. I'm not trying to fix your problem. If you can't you need to find a way to fix your problem, if you have one. Because if I step in and attempt to fix your problem, I may not have the solution. You may not have the solution, but you have to come to me though and say, listen, Sarah, can you help me with this? And I'll be like, all right, cool, maybe I can. But I'm not just going to jump in your house and be like, you need to fix that problem. No. I'll wait for you to ask for help. But I'm not in any position to go and fix someone's problem. I'm not trying to fix the whole world. I don't believe I have the tools to do that. And I don't believe any philosophy has the tools to do that, because people are different. Let's go through these questions. Personal experience is not evidence. It's anecdotal. Of course it is. Academic screeching. Of course it's. That's why I've never said it as a fact. I think people still get confused about this ancestor thing. I'm not saying it's a fact. Facts are things that can be proven, Facts are things that can be, studied and tested upon and proven. Those are facts. I've never said it's that. It's something that I feel, bro. It's like people feel the Holy Ghost. I can say that's bullshit, and they'll be like, no, I felt it, and I'll be like, all right, cool, fine. But if they tell me now that the Holy Ghost can be proven and it is a fact, I'm gonna be like, nah, I'm gonna require proof for that. That's why I tell people, I've never said to people to disprove my ancestors, right? Or disprove that I communicate with them, or disprove this. I'm like, you know what? Personal to me. That's it. It's personal to me. The car analogy was brilliant. Thank you, all that. Thank you. Do the ancestors actually talk to you? Is it more likely you're suffering from hallucinations? Bro, we're all suffering from some kind of hallucination, bro. We're all suffering from some kind of delusion. I'm telling you. So, okay, if you want to think about dreams, if you dream about something, are you suffering from a hallucination? Now, the experience of that dream that you can have may feel real at the time. So you'll be like, you know what? Yeah, I felt that. But some people are like, it's just a dream. But some people can take what they got from that dream and attempt to say and use it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, my personal experience, yeah, is my personal experience. Like, people trying to break down my personal experience to me doesn't make no sense, because I'm telling you 100%, it's not hurting you. I'm not telling you must do it, right? I'm not saying that it's a fact. I'm saying it's something that I experienced personally. Really and truly, after that, what else is there to say? Like, what is else? What? I'm not trying to convince you of it. As a matter of fact, don't believe me. Tell me I'm crazy. I'm actually okay with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually okay. I don't need people to believe me. It's something that I do that gives me comfort. Does anyone know? Do you believe the simulation we're living in? Red pill? I don't believe it's a simulation, no. Sorry, Craig Clifford, you said, Sarah, I beg you answer my question. The answer I need to move forward. Sorry, Craig Gifford. Sorry, bro. Like, pose the question again. Sorry, I apologize. I've been reading a lot of stuff. Pose it again, Craig. Let me scroll down. They are dreaming of trolls. I don't know. Why does Allah have hand to begin with? Says, I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I don't know, bro. I don't know. All religions should say that the Abraham system gives honors to praise black ancestors by the fact. Does anyone know why I'm being called a troll? Ariel, hello. Do you know what it is? You may not be a troll, you know, bro. Like, you may not, but I just thought the question was a bit, because I get a lot of trolls. You know what I'm saying? That could just be me being paranoid, though. You know what I'm saying? So ask the question again. Ultra Funky's in the building. Okay. I love you way of doing things. I am sorry for what my forefathers done, but do me and my children have to pay for this? Oh, hello. Do me and my children have to pay? Hang on. To pay this is what Israelites say. Listen, it's like this, Craig. I'm guessing you're a white dude. I can see, right? You're a white dude. It's like this, Craig. Right? I'm gonna lay it out as best I can. If your father or your great-grandfather stole from my great-grandfather and built an empire based off my great-grandfather's wealth, and then he handed that wealth down to each of his generations, and then the juxtapose that is a generation of my great-grandfather's children are poor because of what your great-grandfather did. At some point in time, when those two generations meet, and the great-great-grandchildren say, hey, you know, you're only rich because you stole from, or your great-grandfather stole from my great-grandfather. And you say, yeah, you know, I know that actually. I actually know. And then I say, well, are you a moral human being? And you say, yeah, I feel like I'm moral. I feel like I'm cool. I'm like, all right, cool. So what are you now doing to rectify that situation? Because remember, the stuff that you only got it because your great-grandfather stole in the first place. And I'm only in the position that I'm in because my great-grandfather's stuff was stolen. So, what are you saying? And then is when I realized what kind of person you are. For me, you know? Because at this point in time, the subject of racism, reparations, all that kind of stuff is cool, and a lot of people speak a good game. But when I ask very specific questions, which I always do, I kind of see what's really inside your heart and really inside your head. Do you know what I'm saying? I really want to see what you're saying. I really want to see how you really do feel, because you're so used to that position of power, maybe, yeah? Hang on, you said, I'm gonna move forward. Warning, hang on. Warning to all my people that white supremacist system don't want my children growing up in. What empire did white people steal? There was not even Seaworth boat in Africa them times. Never mind an empire. Oh, the trolls are in, guys. The trolls are about. All right, mate. Stuart Little. So yeah, that's when I kind of see what kind of person you are, man. Like, sounds real thing. Says Sarah Garvey. That sounds like it leads to an argument of racism, blaming white people, expecting reparation from them for the actions of a few. Real things. It's like this. Like I said, you're either a moral person, right, or you're not. You're either a moral person. Don't say sorry, because what happens is, oh yeah, I'm sorry for what my ancestors did, but I ain't giving your shit back though. And it's like, all right then, mate. Well, you're not really that sorry, are you? Because if I stole your wallet and I said I'm sorry, I'm at least going to give you some money from that wallet, or give your wallet, or give you something if I'm really sorry. But don't tell me, oh yeah, you're blaming us, bro. The bottom line is, and I'm saying, you can't blame me for the system that I was born into, just like I can't blame you for the system that you were born into. But it just so happens that the system that we were both born into is that a system, and people smoke you weed. No, I don't smoke weed. It just so happens that the system that we're born into, yeah, is like this. And so we're going to have these disputes. It's just, I never made it, you never made it. But it is what it is. It's here, and so we're trying to rectify the system that has been created. But what I don't like is a denial of people, and it's like, oh well, you know what, I'm not doing it because my forefathers did it, and I don't care because that you can't put that on me. It's like, all right, cool. So when the children or the great grandchildren that are now disenfranchised because of that, yeah, because if you want to look at the Black Panther movie and you want to look at what quote unquote Africa could have been like, yeah, if it wasn't colonized, you can see Wakanda. I know, you know, the vibranium came from space and all that, and that's the odd part. But I'm just saying, in general, there's a book called How the West Underdeveloped Africa. Read that book, as a matter of fact. The real things you say us white people have also had our own ancestors robbed by these same few white people. No, your whole economy was built on that. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, the whole economy that you have now in Great Britain is built on the back of slavery. You had what they call a industrial revolution, because you were able to take stuff from other places, and the British Empire owned at one point 33% of the world's landmass. The British Empire owned 33% of the world's landmass, people. That's a third of the world. Do you know how much riches you amassed from that over hundreds of years? It's crazy. It can't even be calculated. So your whole economy sits on that, and so that can never be quote unquote repaid back. But you know, something, you know. How can we sort this out and come together? Well, you got to talk to your peoples, Craig. You're talking to me, fam. Because when you start talking to your people, this is what has happened with me in general in life. White people will come up to me and say, you know what, I know it's really bad, Sarah, I understand what you're saying. And I'll be like, all right, cool, boom. So I don't have to worry about you, nah? Nah, Sarah, you ain't got to worry about me, bro. I said, all right, cool. Talk to your peoples, though. Talk to your peoples. Because when you start talking amongst the white people now, then you start really realizing, hang on a minute, they're not trying to relinquish any kind of power or wealth or any kind of that. Because the one odd one may be like, yeah, you know what, I understand. But when you start to get the collective together, they're like, and that's basically what happens. So, you know, I am reaping the rewards of the British Empire and British economy. But I'm also, when you look at my continent, looking that they're not reaping the rewards, because I wouldn't be here. Do you get what I'm saying? I would be living somewhere else had it not been for the British Empire. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like a snowball effect. It's like people say, oh, go back to Africa. It's like, well, bro, you fucked that up too. So it's like, what do you mean go back to the place you fucked up in the first place? And I'm not saying there aren't great talks, or sorry, I'm not saying there isn't great stuff in Africa. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying, you're gonna fuck up my continent, take me out of it, treat me like a dickhead over here, and then tell me to fuck off back to the place that you fucked up already. Now you got a fucking nerve, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, you actually got a nerve. Don't tell me to go back to the place where your people fucked up. You go back there and build it, and then I'll come, maybe. You know, then I'll come. But, you know, that's just hypothetical. I'm still going to Africa. As a matter of fact, I'm going to build a house over there. But I'm just saying, you know, I'm just saying. How much money has been donated to Africa? Bro, the thing is, this is so funny because then we have to get into, you know, COINTELPRO. We got to get into the CIA and putting puppet leaders in power and then neo-colonialism, and we got to go all through that shit. The leaders that are in power in Africa are, you know, basically puppets for European hands to keep the money and the wealth going to Europe, all that kind of shit. All that kind of shit. But boy, you know, some people don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to. Corrupt African leaders blame the white man. Listen, bro, there's corrupt African leaders, but there's corrupt leaders all around the world. And I would literally say the people need to rise up and off with their head. Do you get what I'm saying? But when you off with their head, or when you start saying, you know what, I'm not going to play by your game no more, like people like Mugabe said, he's not playing the British game no more, because remember, Mugabe was Sir Robert Mugabe. He was knighted by the British before they revoked that shit. So Mugabe was playing the game. And when Mugabe decided not to play the game, he's a dictator. He's a this. He's killing his own people. And it's like, all right, cool. When Thomas Sankara attempted to work for his people and told the French, no, what now? They want to take him out. Patrice Lumumba, the same thing. Okay? So it's not like African leaders that have been for Africa have not popped up. You know what I'm saying? And they've been taken out. So every African leader now is basically like, they're looking at that like, you know, maybe I don't want to be that guy that gets taken out. So maybe I just might have to, you know, apply, you know, just run by this game. What are you sitting in the car? Someone threatened you with a pistol. I don't understand that. Why is South Africa more developed than the rest of Africa? Come on, mate. The amount of riches that were in that place and the amount of infrastructure that was built by the white South Africans there. That's why. But that don't mean shit. It's what I'm trying to say. Like people bring arguments like that. Oh, but look, South Africa's developed, and that's when white people were in power. Yeah, we know that because you took the power away from the people, and you built your own stuff with the other people's stuff with their wealth. We know why that is. But what you're subconsciously trying to say, it seems, is that Africans would never have been able to do that. If the white people never went there, Africans would never have been able to do that. I live on Patrice Lumumba Street, by the way. Why? Okay. Questions, people. Questions. Where we at? Shalom, brother. Sarah. Where are you from? Sarah, by the way, bro. S-A space R-A. Come on, people. Get the name right. You should know this by now. I'm currently residing in London, though. I'm currently residing in London. Beastly says Hillary Clinton's the devil. Okay, random. It's Craig Gifford says it's up to the white man to tell people the truth. Yeah, it is. You tell your people the truth, Craig. Go for it, bro. Just go for it. What questions you got for me, people? What questions you got? But how can we fix the years of oppression on an individual level? Would intermarrying help in your opinion? No, because no, people, Ariel Halevi, no, intermarriage will not help. The reason why is because no people have ever, to be so crude, fucked their way to the top of the food chain. You know? Just to be crude about it. Like, if I marry a white woman, like, can I now fuck my way to the top of the food chain? Like, I don't know how that happens. You know, the food chain and the establishment is put in place already. Do you know what I mean? It's put in place. And so it doesn't matter that, you know, I've got my penis inside a white vagina every night. That don't matter. It wouldn't matter, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, intermarrying wouldn't I don't think intermarrying is the way to say, okay, yeah, this is how we break the system. No, it's not. It's not, because China didn't have to intermarry to create their system. You know, India now doing well. They didn't have to intermarry to create their system. Do you get what I'm saying? So I think it's very weird that that would be I don't know, that would be an option. Should we all intermarry? No, that won't necessarily change it. Are there any faiths you would recommend black people, or you be agnostic atheist? Done deal. I'd recommend to look into all African spiritual systems. Done deal. You know what I'm saying? And see what one resonates with you. I mean, we all know that African people historically have been a very spiritual people. Do you know what I mean? For good or bad. Do you know what I mean? Which is why it's very easy to sell us religion, I feel, because we've always been a spiritual people. But I would say look into an African one, and just because you follow a spiritual system doesn't mean that you don't live in the real world. Do you know what I mean? Like, I always say, no one's coming to save you. No one from the sky is coming to save you. That's just not going to happen. If you have your spiritual system to give you comfort, just like I have mine to give me comfort or whatever, yeah, like, go for it. But no one's coming out the sky, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, understand what allegory is, understand what metaphors are. Do you know what I'm saying? Understand why the philosophical teachings and the inner workings of what it is. Do you know what I mean? Understand that and get involved. Spirituality was about science too. Exactly, BC. It was about science as well. So, yeah, but don't get bamboozled by the BS. You know what I'm saying? Intermarriage is not going to change anything. If anything, it will only make things worse, says Mac Tip. How do you keep your children away from gangs, and what's your advice with preteens? Listen, man, my son's 5 now, yeah? And I'm telling you, it starts with some kind of father, just for me, it starts with some kind of father, like, raising that boy to understand his worth. I really do think that you can raise that, because my son today was taught, because his name is of very prominent African people, right? And so I teach him, right, the names of the people that he's named after. And he saw a picture of randomly a picture of one of the people he was named after today, and he was like, "That's me, Daddy." I said, "Yeah." He said, and they help people, don't they? I said, "That's exactly what they do, son. So you're going to help people, aren't you?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm going to help people." And just building that confidence in your child, right? You know, I feel like that can help. But I'm saying that's not to say there aren't outside factors. I'm not saying there aren't outside factors. I would be stupid to say that. But I'm saying fathers need to start building their sons up, man. Do you know what I'm saying? To realize who they are. And a lot of these people that are in gangs are looking for a family, quote unquote family. Do you know what I'm saying? A family, because you know, it's a family away from family. But you've got to build your family, build your unit, and make sure it's a nice structure, because when your son leaves that house, yeah, there's a lot you can't do about him leaving that house, and you have to prepare him for the world outside, and prepare him for all the kinds of people, individuals that he's going to meet, like the peer pressures and all that kind of stuff. Prepare him for that stuff, man. Like, seriously, he needs to know what he's going to see when he goes out there. You need to prepare him, and I think a man needs to prepare that boy. That's just me. Do you reject the Bible? Yes, I do. Sarah, what do you think of the Catholic Church charitable work in Africa? I don't necessarily. I think it's good, but I always think there's always an agenda behind something behind people when they go to Africa, because it's such a rich continent. Are you still going to Speaker's Corner? Do you miss debate? I do miss debate in there. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I do miss debate in there. But at some point, who said that? My Holland brother. I do miss debating there sometimes. I see that. I said that's why I made that video this week about Muhammad Hijab and the arguments that he had, and I was like, this is a nonsense. Like, I wish I was there to just kind of like say, listen, stop talking shit. You know, this is what it is. Stop talking shit. So yeah, I think I do miss it, but you know, I'll go back. But then I thought that to myself, you know, like, what am I going back for? For real, I think a lot of what happens down there, it becomes like as Big Bro likes to say, a religious Groundhog Day. You know, you find yourself repeating and hearing the same arguments over and over. You just think, am I living in the Twilight Zone? People aren't trying to learn. I think people would be, it would be a better place if people actually learnt something and just weren't trying to proselytize and stuff. Like, everyone's proselytizing, but no one's really there to learn anything, you know? Just learn something when you go there. Bend over. Really? That's your name? The trolls are about, guys. Bend over, you know? And he keeps saying Satan, Satan, Satan. These people, man. Are you curious about China's interest in Africa? Done deal. Yes. China are people who want to help themselves, just like everybody does. So they see Africa as the next way to help themselves. So yeah, and I'm saying, I'm sure they'll build some stuff, some roads and all that kind of stuff. But you know, it ultimately is for their own gain. So African leaders need to be aware of that. Hasn't the West given a lot of science and medicine to Africa? Yes, they have. Ex-Muslim and proud. I'm not saying they haven't, but I'm trying to make people understand that a lot. You have to understand, the West was allowed to develop medicine. They were allowed to develop science. They were allowed to develop a lot of things because they had free labor for hundreds of years. So yes, you are going to advance yourself while you disenfranchise the same people that you are getting free labor from. Where are you? I'm here, bro. I hope you accept a white sister. What's that? Sarah, I agree. Speaker's corner is pretty repetitive. Raj, man like Raj in the building. I've learnt pretty much nothing new, but still come back. Need to get that missed high five. Neo-colonialism. Yeah. Family, I'm gonna duck out at the hour mark. As a matter of fact, I got like 8 minutes left. Next question, folks. Next question. What's next? Oh, I'm letting you guys know, over the next couple of months my documentary is coming, you know. I want the family to tune in when that documentary drops. That's all I'm saying. Sarah, do you reject the Bible? Yeah, I said yes. I reject that shit all day long. Do you think Africa will ever be stable? Says Sashata King. Shakta even King. Yes, sing. Come on, stop bastardizing people's names, bro. Yeah, but it took 1,500 years for Africa to get into this position. It may take another 1,500 years to get them out of it, if I'm honest. So vaccines save hundreds of millions of African children. Should you not be thankful to white people then? Yes, I'm thankful to them doing that. Of course I am. I'm not an idiot. Do you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying the way in which, all right, it's like putting a plaster on a gunshot wound, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like the people that initially gave it a gunshot wound in the first place, yeah, are trying to put a plaster on it. So it's like, oh yeah, I do thank you because I am bleeding a little bit, but I'm bleeding because of your peoples, right? You know, like I'm bleeding because of what you done, but you're in here. And I'm not saying it's not good that you're here, and now some people saying, yeah, great, but I'm just saying you can't put a plaster on a gunshot wound, bro. Bro, don't put your number in the chat, Craig. They're friggin' trolls in there, bruv. Get rid of it, bruv. Trust me. I've had trolls call my number on some dumb shit. Like, get rid of that number, bro. Trust me. But I hear your sentiments. I hear your sentiments, though, Craig. But seriously, get rid of that number. Show tattoos. What kind of weird? I don't have any tattoos, bro. Sarah, why you call the Bible shit? Mate, if you don't know me by now, son, you better go and watch some of my debates. Come on. You're asking, like, we're moving forward, bro. Forward. All my debates are there. And I'm not trying to rubbish you, bro, whoever you are. But please, go watch some of my debates. Go watch some of the arguments that I give. Like, you know, they're there. They're there. Have you ever been to Detroit? No, I've never been to Detroit. Where will your documentary be on the BBC? No, baby, it's going to be on my channel. And maybe on a few others, as a matter of fact. John McDermott, how you doing? A Doink Vision says, do you feel like an evolution is coming? I do, you know, bro. I feel like an evolution is coming, bro. You know? And anyone knows who a Doink is, that's an inside joke. This is the fourth time I asked her, do you have a Patreon? I actually don't, you know. I actually don't have a Patreon. But don't worry, that's going to come soon. I'm just very, listen, family, I'm not going to lie to you, yeah. I'm very tentative about taking people's money. I'm very tentative because I know, yeah, that people have been bamboozled in this community, right? And people have been, you know, hoodwinked out of money because of certain things. And I'm not trying to be one of those people, so I'm not going to ask for anyone's money, I'm telling you, unless it's for an actual cause that people can see. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just not going to be like, oh yeah, Patreon, give me some dough, give me some dough. I'm like, no, I don't want your money right now. I don't want it right now. As shit starts to build and I might start doing some stuff, I may ask for money. But I'm not trying to be one of those, look, Sarah took the people's money and it didn't. Listen, I'm not being one of those guys. I don't want that shit following me. My name must remain clean. My name must remain clean, I'm telling you. I'm not taking no one's money right now. But thank you very much, my friend. All right, we got like 4 minutes left. We got 4 minutes left. Save it the day. Next time we're live, we're going to do one of these a week. Thank you for asking. We'll do one of these a week. Let's say next week, what's my schedule like? Let's say next week, what are we on today? What's the date today? Saturday. Let's say next week, Thursday. Let's say Thursday. I'm off on Thursday. Dr. Killer Master in the building. When are you coming to chat in Birmingham? It says Ireti Honoro. We're soon. I'm telling you. Come the summer. This is when I ask for people's money. Yeah. Come summertime, I'm going to put on a couple of events. Yeah, and that's when I'll ask for your money. But until that, but it's not. It's just to, you know, hold an event, talks and all that kind of stuff. That's when I ask for your money. You know. But apart from that, you know, you ain't gonna see like, oh my God, Sarah's driving like the pastor around in his Bentley. You know. And how comes the people are living poor? Listen, I'm not trying to be one of those guys, you know. Like, I don't want that shit following me, guys. There's so many people that I feel like people just put that on and say this individual has stolen money from the community and the reason why he's asking for the money and we can't see where the money is and he's driving this and I'm not trying to be, listen, if I'm driving something, try and know that it's because I did some shit myself to get that shit. Not because, you know, I took money from people. Sorry, I don't like white people. It's not about not liking white people, Liam. It's about understanding them. Common sense. Have you read the ISIS papers? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Sarah, visit Nepal. We'll welcome you. Oh, there you go. I'll ask for some money then. You're going to buy my ticket to Nepal, son? I don't mind going to Nepal, bro. But you better buy my ticket. Please don't be another Umar Johnson, bro. Like I said, I don't name names. I don't put people on blast like that. Kemetic preacher of Armin Ra Church. Sarah, will you speak in Australia? I'll pick you up from the airport in my Bentley. Listen, Australia's got a very big Muslim community out there, I hear, actually. I hear Australians are having some problems with the Muslim community out there. Won't take money, but we'll take tickets to Nepal. Of course, how else am I going to get there? What are you talking about? Real thing, Yeshua know what happens after death. Guys, come to Amsterdam. Now, Amsterdam's round the corner from here. Like, I can get to Amsterdam for about 70 quid. You know what I'm saying? Little EasyJet flight. That's all right. You know what I'm saying? I can get to Amsterdam quite quick. You know, that's an hour flight on EasyJet, 70 quid. Family, we ain't got much more time. Do you speak French? I don't speak French, Pikachu Pokemon. What a name. I don't speak French. But family, I'm gonna sign out now. I'm gonna sign out. Thank you very much for tuning in. And let's tackle that. I hope you had a good time. I hope you had a good drink. You know, ate some food. You know, and we'll probably see each other next Thursday. You know, and I said next time we come again next Thursday, introduce yourselves. Yeah, bring some food, bring some drink. You know, have a good sit down, and we'll reconvene then. As I like to say it with me, family. Peace, family. Peace.